Welcome, folks. This is Jason Seacrest out of Chicago, Illinois. I've actually been with this company for 2.5 years now, and it's my distinct pleasure to really just do the introductory webinar. There's a lot of the same kind of questions that our secretaries are getting, our assistants are getting. What we wanted to do is just make sure that we can go through in a very, very short format. It's only going to be about 8 minutes here of exactly what we're doing on the real estate front. So let's get right into it. Now, number one, everyone understands that this is all about real estate investing. We're going to go through a lot of different strategies out there, but our goal as an investor is to create as much spread in that property as we possibly can. So this property, we're going to use this a real life example here. This property is actually at 240. So that was the after repair value. Now our goal is how can we sit there and get it under retail. So we're going to focus on pre-foreclosure strategies, foreclosure strategies, wholesaling strategies, even dealing with the banks for short sales. We're going to be dealing with fix and flip strategies, even moving into the buy and hold, and then when you're at that certain level, even money lending. So these are all the things that we're going to be focusing on today. Now, just through a couple of these strategies, us working with a short sale with the bank, doing pre-foreclosure and a foreclosure strategy, what we were able to do is negotiate this property down to $97,000. So just by doing a couple faxes, sending in our short sale package and negotiating with the bank, we actually created a $143,000 goose egg in this property. Now, the big idea is, what do we need to sit there and do to get that money out of the property? So that's the key thing. Just doing a short sale creates spread, but we're still going to have to do some other stuff to actually pull that out. So where do people start? What kind of stuff are we looking to build here? Well, number one, we're going to start with the 4 levels of real estate investing. We're going to talk about wholesaling. We're going to talk about fix and flip, buy and hold, and even money lending. And I'm going to draw a little squiggly line here, because obviously the moving into the buy and hold and the money lending, that is not what we're going to be doing this right away. What we want to focus on, and most people are looking to focus on, is what kind of strategies can we do right now. Now, for everyone that's interested in no money down kind of stuff, or that, hey, I have no money, I have no credit, how can I still be in the investing game? That's why we start with people in the wholesaling side. Now, the wholesaling side is, number one, the bank needs $97,000 for them to accept that offer. So what we sit there and do as a wholesaler is we negotiate another contract and we go find somebody that has the money. So as a wholesaler, you're basically being a middleman and you're going out and finding the money that can come in and close on this deal. So this deal right here, we sign a contract and we move this piece of paper just for $150,000. Now this other investor had actually cash and he brought that money to the table. Now if you guys can do the math, there's a little bit difference between 150 and 97. So off of the title table, a buddy of mine, Steve Saul, actually got a $53,000 check just by doing the short sale and then moving it on to another investor. Now, the other investor was actually a fix and flipper. This was a guy looking to come in and do the fixing, doing the carpet, doing the paint, doing the kitchens, the baths, and just doing real basic stuff. This is not major rehab stuff. This is just stuff, probably the same stuff you'd see on TV. Cleaning it up, making it look a little bit nicer, and just by doing that, he was able to make $60,000. Now, with this property, there's a couple different ways the fix and flipper can do it. In this instance, we actually moved it to an end user. Now, if you move it to a person that's actually going to be living in the house compared to another buy and hold, you can make a lot more with the end user. But we do quite a bit come in and move it to the people in the buy and hold situation. Now, do not get me wrong. The people that are going to be in the buy and hold game right now, they're picking up some huge stuff, and these are the ones that are going to be sipping their Mai Tais out on the beach somewhere, because the amount of properties and the amount of discounts right now are absolutely unheard of. And if you're going out and getting a mortgage, the Fed is still very, very low. So you can still get very good mortgage rates. So people are going to be making a ton of money with that side. And that's really moving into the passive side of real estate investing, and where people are doing a lot of their retirement, if you will. Now, at a certain point, as you start tying up all this equity, we can actually start moving people into being a money lender. Now, this is a cool concept because, again, you're not dealing with tenants. You're not worrying about someone slipping and falling on your property anymore. You can take money and you can actually have your money starting making money, and just taking that and having the wholesalers and the fix and flippers actually fuel their deals. So it's just a great strategy. We can get a lot of people involved, and this is always just a great slide where we can start showing people, what's the catch? Well, we're building a big cycle and a big system where we can create more wholesalers. We can create those guys that can be funneling the contracts to the fix and flippers. We can be they're making their money, obviously. We're getting the fix and flippers. They're moving into the buy and hold. They're making their money. And then obviously the buy and hold guys are just sitting there collecting their passive rent, letting the stuff do what they do on appreciation, and then they're taking that extra income just tied up on like a HELOC, and they can become hard money lenders. All right, let's move into, this is my favorite part. This is just our business plan in as simple form as I can make it. This is kind of our business plan on a napkin, if you will. And I like using the cash flow quadrants because a lot of you guys can go down to the local library, pick it up. It's by Robert Kiyosaki. And I like using it because it really starts getting people thinking outside of the box. And this is what book I read when I was a school teacher 3 years ago that really made me start looking into real estate investing and starting my own business. So for those of you that were working your job, how we set everything up is very much on a self-employment side. And the reasons for that, any kind of wholesale, short sales, fix and flips you do, you get to keep 100% of it. Now, you know, everyone always goes, I don't get it. How much do you guys make? Well, if you guys are the wholesalers, you're going to make your money. The fix and flippers are going to make their own money. The buy and hold people are going to be making their own money. And if people are doing the money lending side, so everyone's making their own money. It's a win-win-win-win situation all the way through. But it's a great strategy where we can get people involved in real estate right away, and they can actually get the big dollar amounts. Now, if you guys are still working your job, what we want to do is get you out of your jobs first. And what we do is a whole education sales side through Nouveau Riche, and their comp side is just ridiculous, where we can get people paid $5,000 or $10,000 just on a part-time basis. Now, again, there's no purchase requirement whatsoever to do that side. What we're able to do is take that income now and walk people away from their jobs so we can start doing more short-term deals together. Because again, if I gave you a short sale today, it could take 3 months before you get paid. In this strategy, we actually have 2 streams of income coming in, so you guys aren't like those desperate investors out there that are just looking to get any old junky deal. So we can have 2 streams of income, and now we can move that into our buy and hold. Now again, this isn't next week, but we can move you into the buy and hold where we can start using the retirement strategies. We do that through the Real Market Experts and our web portal called the Investor Concierge. And that quadrant is where our money starts making money. So what are we doing here? Well, we're educating people on the entire process here. We're getting you into the properties that we're doing. We're getting the extra income so you can get out of your job faster. And we're doing that. We're expanding that as a community. We're expanding that as the local team here. And that's why we have ads out there. But that's all the stuff that we're doing, folks. We've got all these different streams of income. We've got our hands in all sorts of different ways in real estate. And we're looking for help. We are totally swamped right now. And we're looking for people that see what we're doing and want to jump on board. So the first step is get you more information on the Epic solution, EPINC. Get you more information on what I just showed. Really get you more on the education sales side so we can get you some more information. But there's 2 things I want you to do out of this webinar. Number 1, I do want you to write down every single question that popped up during this thing. A lot of people jumped to conclusions or something along those lines. I want you to jot down all your questions, all your concerns, and we'd be more than happy to walk you through it. And then number 2 is, let's see where you guys are in the local markets so we can get together and we have a chance to meet. So the next step would be come down, meet us, bring your questions involved, and really get to meet the other investors. Bring your business cards so you can start your networking, and that would really be the next step. So with that said, now get back to the person that invited you to this and let them know what day you'd be available to come and meet us.